Well, hello everyone and welcome to the Ponderosa Homestead. Well, as you can see in my very first picture, today I harvested my Swiss chard. This is what's called Vulcan Swiss chard. Very close to spinach. You more or less process it the same way. It kind of looks the same way. Has a little bit different of a taste. But what you have to do, you have to wash it out first. Just like any greens. And then I have my salad spinner here. This is a lifesaver, a homestead saver. You just put the greens in here. You take the handle, you pull it a couple times, and as you can see, the bottom goes round and round, and it takes off the water. So basically all I do is I take some by the hand. And as you can see, it's going round and round, and I'll do this twice. So that's step one. I'll be back and show you step two. So here's my last batch, and I have a pot with the strainer built right in, and you just keep pressing it down. Because this will not make a lot. Even though it filled up the pot, it will not make a lot. And then I'm just going to add some water to it. And just like spinach, you want to cook it down. You don't want to cook it all the way, but you want to cook it about 3/4 of the way through. And more or less, I'm steaming it. So I don't want to fill the pot with water. That should be good. And I'm going to put it on the stove and I'm going to cook it down. We'll be back. While I'm waiting for the Swiss chard, I had a package of the hot sausage, just like I did the other day. So I made 20 hot sausage for my husband. I'm not a hot person. I don't like the hot. So this was another way of preserving. So the Swiss chard has been on now. I didn't have it on hot enough. It's usually only about 15 minutes, but mine was a little bit longer. So basically all you do is you take it out, get your jar ready, and you don't care about the water that's in it because you need water in there anyway. Out my chopstick. Okay, and then just press it on in. And all that should make like one jar, well, 2 jars. Still have some, so I'm going to divide it between these 2 jars. Because every little bit counts. just fill the jars with water. And I'm going to use the water that's in where I did all the cooking. Leaving your 1-inch headspace. And then y'all know what to do with it next. Wipe your jar rims, put your flat on, and then your screw top. Be right back. These are ready to go in the canner, and it is a pressure canner, so you want to do 75 minutes. Okay? So my last thing I'm doing today is my spaghetti squash. I had my husband cut it for me because I can't cut it. So, cut it in half, and you want to take out your insides. This is an amazing, easy meal. My daughter introduced us to this 4 or 5 years ago, maybe longer. And you cater it to what you like. The only thing me and my husband do is we use chopped meat, sauce, and cheese. My daughter puts olives and peppers and all neat kind of things inside. Now, if you want, I have enough, so I'm not going to. You can keep your seeds. So here's your spaghetti squash, the one side. This outer shell is your shell of your taco. So you're going to cook you're going to cook the taco. Good one, Donna. You're going to cook the spaghetti squash. Then you're going to take a fork when it's all been done, and you're going to fork out all the spaghetti, we'll say. Here is my jar of chopped meat. As you can see, I've got the fat around it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the other side of that, of course, and I'm going to put it in the oven at 375 until it gets done. And that's typically, oh, excuse me. It's typically like 45 minutes. What I'm going to do with my chopped meat is, I'm going to go in and I'm going to take off all that fat layer. Or as much of it as I can. Because you don't want the meat out. So what I try to do is, I'll get out some of the fat, and then if there's any meat in it, I'll just kind of move it over a little bit. Oh, I have something in my throat today. And what I'm going to do with this is, I'm going to rinse out all the liquid that's in here. And I want to rinse it out really good, because you don't want all that liquid. Your liquid's going to be your spaghetti sauce, tomato sauce. So I got the majority of it out. I've got a strainer, and I'm going to strain it, and I'm going to leave it there for quite a while. Okay? So we will be back a little bit later. So when it goes to go in the oven, I'm using my small little oven. You put it on a tray. Make sure you put some oil on the bottom of your tray, and then sprinkle some oil on the top and a little bit of salt. And we use our pink Himalayan salt. gives it that extra little oomph. Now, some people use butter. Like I said, then put it in the oven for about 45 minutes. I'll let you know when I come back. So I just got done pulling the spaghetti squash out of the oven, and it's a little bit too hot to touch now. So I'm going to work on the sauce part of it. So you want to take your ground beef and put it into your pan. And it's nice now, because it's nice and on the drier side, which is good. Then you want to add in your spaghetti sauce. Now I'm adding 2 different types today, just because I had a little bit extra of the white tomato sauce. Now, like I said, you can make your own take on this. You can add olives in it. You can add onions, peppers, whatever you want. I'm telling you, this is the base part of it. So let me get a spoon. That doesn't matter. Just pour some in this way. And you want to mix it up. Then, of course, you want to cook it down because you don't want too much. You don't want it too saucy. Now, if you've got a real thick sauce, then you're good to go. So I figured I would start this, get this cooking this down. And then by that time, hopefully, everything else will be ready. Now, like I said, I scratch out the spaghetti squash. I put the spaghetti squash in here, okay? And then we load it up. Let me see if I've got one I can work with here. They're still on the hot side. Still hot. Okay, let me let that cool down some more. Okay, I'm getting my hands hot, but that's okay. I want to get this going. So you just take a fork and you keep scratching. Now, I think I drizzled a little bit too much oil, but that's okay. That will come right out. And I got my sauce cooking right here. It's just so hot. And this one piece is being a brat. Okay, let this cool down some more. So now that I've got my spaghetti squash and my chopped meat and the gravy, I'm just going to add some mozzarella cheese on top. And then basically all you do is you cook it in your oven until your cheese has all melted, because your hamburger, your meat, your chopped meat has all been cooked already. And I don't know if you can tell, but we like cheese. And then me and my husband will turn around and we'll put sour cream on with it. This is a great little meal filled with, you know, some nice stuff. Like I said, the more you put in it, the more flavorful you're going to get. And that is spaghetti squash tacos. Hope you enjoyed my video today. I look forward to seeing you again. I think tomorrow I'm going to make some cherry pie filling. So I hope you'll come back and watch. Thanks for visiting the Paletti Rosa homestead. Please give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment. God bless everyone.